G'day good people, welcome to the ultimatemoney.com.au coin review of the day. My name's Corey and today we're going to take a look at Zilliqa, a decentralized applications platform that is built to scale. So what is Zilliqa? Zilliqa is the world's first high throughput decentralized applications or DApp platform that is designed to scale simultaneously with growing demand. Started in 2016 and based in Singapore, Zilliqa is focused on providing industries with high transaction rate requirements such as insurance, online auctions, computer science, and advertising. So what gives it value? Well, it is built to scale to growing demand, which is a very important feature as scalability issues are a big thing in cryptocurrency at the moment and decentralized applications platforms. Also, DApp developers can build their applications on the network, and it is built specifically for dApps that require high transaction rates. And also, Zilliqa has a capped supply of 21 billion ZIL tokens, and for any cryptocurrencies with a capped supply, they tend to increase in value over time. And to just give you an example of the kinds of transaction rates we're looking at with Zilliqa, at the moment, Ethereum, Bitcoin can process 7 to 15 transactions per second, where Zilliqa, in its test net, it's already processing 2,488 transactions with the ability to scale even further from there. So what's the interesting technology behind Zilliqa? Well, first we have sharding, which is Zilliqa's secret ingredient to scale to demand, and it does this by dividing the system into small groups or shards that processes batches of micro blocks separately rather than a single block together like most other dApp platforms. And once all the shards have processed their micro blocks, the information is merged into a single block that is secured onto the blockchain. And as the network grows, shards are further and further divided, and so achieving scalability on demand. And next we have the Byzantine fault tolerance algorithm, which is what is used by the sharded nodes to find consensus on the blockchain, to find agreement. And this algorithm requires 1/3 of nodes to agree on the truth across the entire network. And the story behind the Byzantine fault tolerance is that two generals were sieging the city of Constantinople. And so to coordinate their attack, or when they were going to attack with each other, they had to send messengers through the city of Constantinople in order to communicate with each other. But there was no real way of knowing if maybe that messenger on the way through was intercepted and replaced with another messenger with a false message. And so the solution to this would be to instead send 10 messengers through the city. And so the general on the other side, if 2/3 of the messages that he got from these 10 messengers were all the same, then he could assume that what he was looking at was the truth. So this is the same thing with finding consensus on the network. If 2/3 of the nodes all share the same truth, then it is agreed upon that that is the truth of the blockchain and it is locked in. Next in tech we have Zilliqa, which is the coding language used to write smart contracts with Zilliqa. This is notable because in the past smart contracts have been known to suffer from a severe lack of security, and the Zilliqa team on the other hand claims that Zilliqa is resistant to bugs. And next up, transactions are processed and the blockchain is built with the proof of work or POW algorithm. And because miners are grouped into shards on the Zilliqa network, proof of work becomes much more efficient than in other settings. And it's more efficient because by being sharded, it uses a lot less energy, whereas with a lot of proof of work, it's very energy intensive. And I tried to do further research into this. I couldn't exactly find why it's more energy efficient, but there was definitely a lot of talk that it is. Next up, we have Zilliqa is an ERC20 based Ethereum token until its mainnet is launched in late 2018. So once its mainnet is launched, which you might be watching this video at a time when it is, the Zilliqa tokens will be transferred from an ERC20 token into their own native cryptocurrency. So who is the team behind Zilliqa? Well, in front of you now you can see a good amount of the friendly faces that lie behind Zilliqa from screenshots that I took from their website. But first up we have Xin Shu Dong, who is the CEO of Zilliqa, And Dong has an extensive history working with software system security, including defenses against threats to web applications, web browsers, mobile platforms, and cyber physical systems. And next up, we have Pratik Saxena, who is the co-founder of Zilliqa and chief scientific advisor. Saxena is also the co-founder of Aquan, which is a company building high-velocity distributed ledgers and trusted computing platforms to financial markets. And next we have Liu He-Xuan, who is a core developer for Zilliqa, who has experience in working with unmanned vehicles and mobile applications. So what are some Zilliqa partnerships? Well, first we have FBG Capital, which is a leading digital asset management firm who is investing in Zilliqa and acting as an advisor to help it gain commercial and financial adoption. And then we have ZIL, which is a developing decentralized storage solution made specifically for decentralized applications in the future. And Zilliqa has partnered with ZIL and will use its storage facilities for its decentralized applications. And next up we have Mindshare, which is a global media and marketing services company that has partnered with Zilliqa to address fake news, advertising, and data privacy. And then next we have Spox, which is a community-powered film and television blockchain project that has partnered with Zilliqa to use its network. And Spule, the creator of Spox, is an over-the-top or OTT provider with over 60 million users in 180 countries. So what are the good things about Zilliqa? Well, most notably, they are already achieving 2,488 transactions per second on their testnet, which is quite an achievement. And also, Zilliqa will be providing services to industries that require a lot of transactions or high throughput, including advertising, auctions, scientific computing, and insurance. And it's just my guess, but these industries may potentially bring a lot of money into the space too. And also, Zilliqa's Scala smart contract language is apparently resistant to bugs, and also through sharding it scales to demand, which is incredibly important. And also, as proof of work miners are collected into smaller shards, it becomes much more energy efficient. And then with the Byzantine fault tolerance and proof of work combined, the network will be very secure and offer competitive transaction fees. So what are the not so good things about Zilliqa? Well, due to its high throughput, it may run into issues with storage, which is why it has the partnership with ZIL, the decentralized storage facility that I was talking about before. Also, its new Scala smart contract language is not universal and may put developers off from using it for want of a more common coding language. And Zilliqa has a lot of competition in the decentralized applications platform sphere and will need to capture real adoption to own a market share. So what is the future for Zilliqa? Well, here we have their future roadmap straight off their website, and the most notable thing that's happening soon is that their mainnet will be launched, or their own blockchain will be launched, I think in September of 2018, maybe a little bit later, but it seems to be on track to success. So what is my personal conclusion of Zilliqa? Well, whilst many dApp platforms are wrestling with ways to solve scalability issues big time at the moment, Zilliqa will be launching with facilities to scale on demand. And as it may take years for other dApp platforms to solve this issue, a couple years maybe for Ethereum, Zilliqa will be at an advantage, possibly if it is able to gain adoption in that time. And considering that its testnet is already processing over 2,000 transactions per second, which is pretty huge, it appears that it has a good working technology behind it. But also, like most other competing dApp platforms, Zilliqa will need to gain substantial market adoption and favor in order to give value to its promises. But it seems like they're on the right track so far. So thank you for watching today, good people. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, and head to www.ultimatemoney.com.au for all your crypto news, reviews, and how-tos. We've got crypto coin reviews, we've got podcasts, we've got articles, we've got everything that you need to be following crypto, getting into it, learning as much as you can. My name's Corey. Hope you have a good day. I'll see you next time.